Hello everybody, this is Dr. Ariella wanting to do a little update on Freud. So your textbook authors discuss many theories, one of which is Freudian psychoanalysis, and I'm actually surprised that they didn't discuss more of the weaknesses, and I'm surprised that psychology textbooks tend to still discuss Freud as much as they do. But anyway, in your textbook, the authors discuss a few of the weaknesses or critiques, engaging in critical thinking skills, Freud. But there's really a lot more. There are a lot more problems with Freud and psychoanalytic perspective or psychoanalytic theories, if you can call them theories, than what they allude to. Many people have critiqued, philosophized, discussed, conducted experiments, good ones and not so good ones, on psychoanalytic theory, and many people, non-psychoanalysts or people who are not tied or wedded to psychoanalytic theory, find a lot of problems with it. I wanted to read something to you. It's a discussion about it, some of the non-empirical features of psychoanalysis and the movement called psychoanalytic movement. They include its cult of the founder's personality. They're talking about Freud. Its casually anecdotal approach to corroboration, its cavalier dismissal of its most besetting epistemic problem, that is, of suggestion, its habitual confusion of speculation with fact, its penchant for generalizing from a small number of imperfectly examined instances, its proliferation of theoretical entities bearing no testable reference, its lack of vigilance against self-contradiction, its selective reporting of raw data to fit the latest theoretical enthusiasm, its ambiguities and exit clauses allowing negative results to be counted as positive ones, its indifference to rival explanations and to mainstream science, its absence of any specified means for preferring one interpretation to another, its insistence that only the initiated are entitled to criticize, meaning criticizing psychoanalytic perspective, its stigmatizing a disagreement as resistance, quote unquote, along with the corollary that, as Freud put it, all such resistance constitutes actual evidence in favor of the correctness of the theory, meaning psychoanalytic theory. And so it's a circular argument. If someone's resisting, that means that resistance exists. And then finally, it's narcissistic faith that, again in Freud's words, applications of analysis are always confirmations of it as well. Again, another circular argument. A man named Bornstein wrote an article titled "The Impending Death of Psychoanalysis," and he discusses the quote-unquote 7 deadly sins of psychoanalytic perspective, which are insularity, inaccuracy, indifference, irrelevance, inefficiency, indeterminacy, that is, conceptual vagueness, and insolence. The point here, I know there's a lot of big words, and you can use your dictionary to kind of get a sense of what I just read, but the main point is that there are a lot of problems with psychoanalytic theory and Freud's perspective. His major concepts of the id, ego, and superego are very difficult, if not impossible, to test, to prove that they exist or don't exist. And so much of psychoanalysis is really up to the analyst's interpretation. So I just want you to be aware that there are many more problems with psychoanalytic perspective. However, psychoanalysis and Freud's language, his anecdotal research, and an anecdote is just merely someone's retelling of a story. It has no scientific basis or credibility. But his anecdotal research is really just that, his own perspectives, and not using any, not using the scientific method, not using any quantifiable, objective, or accurately defined. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on the word. Observation. Oh my gosh. Anyway, when you do research on a concept, you have to, operational definition, that's what it is. So you have to define in specific terms, measurable specific terms, what a concept is when you conduct research using that concept, such as anything like feminism, like health, like a drug has to be specifically defined, X amount, given this way, processed by this company, etc. Anyway, so the point is that I just want you to be aware that there are a lot of problems with psychoanalytic theory, and even if it can be called a theory, that is a major question. So just so you can be thinking about that as you look at Freud or Freudian perspective or psychoanalytic perspective in this or any other class. Thank you for your time and attention. Aloha.